Joining me now is the author of international bestsellers, including his latest, The War on the West, Douglas Murray. Let's start with the UK. The election is less than a month away and Labor are well in front, and you've warned that the modern left is in no way moderate, and this election could unleash a Labor government that is radically left and dangerous. What will a massive Labor landslide mean for the UK?
Well, the first thing about it is that, of course, it'll mean we have more than 100 MPs who nobody has any idea about, nobody has any idea of. We'll just have to expect or guess what their political inclinations will be. The thing we do know is the people who will obviously be in power: Keir Starmer, Angela Rayner, David Lammy. These are all people who are sort of people we've got to know a bit, and their political inclinations are pretty clear. They've hidden them from the public a bit in recent months, in particular, as the election has come closer and closer. They've become more and more vague about their political ideology, and more and more vague about what they might do once they're in power. But David Lammy, for instance, is somebody who just a little while ago, he's likely to be the next foreign secretary. Just a little while ago, was on a radio show, and he said that not only can a man become a woman, but that if you take the right drugs, a man can grow a cervix.
Okay.
I know it's news to me, and indeed to all biologists and everyone in the field of medicine. But this is a man who believes that a man can grow a cervix if you give him the right pills. So we do actually know where they're coming from on a range of issues. They're just keeping it quiet at the moment in the hope that they will glide silently into office.
Yeah, I fear that they're clever enough to shut their mouths about their true positions on many issues so they can get that landslide. We know immigration is a massive issue in this election. The Tories, well, no one really trusts them because they talk tough about immigration during election campaigns, but they've been allowing more than 1 million into the UK annually. Labor, we know, don't really even believe in borders. And then we've got the BBC giving the likes of this character, the Bishop of Dover, Reverend Rose Hudson-Wilkin, a platform. She says illegal immigrants have to cross the Channel because France is not a safe country.
France.
It's irrational.
You talk about France being a safe place. I visited a cemetery where there are people, those who have migrated there, who are dying there on that soil, in comparison to what we're talking about, people dying trying to cross the Channel. Okay. So please don't tell me that that is a safe place.
And Douglas, she also said we must stop differentiating between illegal and legal migration because there ought to be no difference.
She is a famous diversity hire in the church. She was recruited by the former speaker, John Bercow, as his personal chaplain because he was just desperate to make sure he had somebody who was not just black but a woman to signal his own virtue. He turned out to be a difficult character anyway. But yes, she's one of those people whose grift is she's in the church and she tells everyone how racist they are and how sexist they are, and she makes her way up very happily by doing that, and now she's the Bishop of Dover. I don't know. I mean, she sees a different France. I was in Paris yesterday, and I saw a sort of a beautiful, charming, if rather a traffic-clogged city ahead of the Olympics. It's got all sorts of problems, France, Paris in particular, all sorts of security problems, largely brought along by illegal migrants who have the potential to carry out terrorist attacks. But the idea that France is and Paris is this sort of hellhole where migrants are just sort of dying. I don't know what the conditions are that would please somebody like Bishop Rose. If 21st century France isn't good enough, and 21st century Britain definitely won't be good enough, where is good enough? And I suppose maybe, a suite at the Ritz for every illegal migrant. Just make sure we dodge all accusations of bigotry. It's preposterous, of course, but I'm hoping that the grift of these sorts of figures is up quite soon. It's high time.